wanna keep it low now. If you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road. 'Cause I wanna drive through the summer night. And when
the day has officially arrived. We are bringing our turkeys to be processed today. For those of you that are new to our channel, we got 4 turkeys in the spring that we wanted to raise for Thanksgiving, and we sold a couple of them to friends that are going to buy them from us for food. So we have driven to Simla to have the turkeys processed, and we've got them in the back of the truck. You can kind of see right there, we've got the cage covered with cardboard so they don't get wind blown on them while we are driving here. So yay, winner, winner, turkey dinner.
Yay. Next stop, the Thanksgiving Day table.
Like I said, this is our first year ever raising our own turkey. Usually we've done store-bought, organic, free-range turkeys, and so we are excited to see how well of a job we did. So here's something, any bets on what the weights are gonna be on the turkeys?
I think the big ones are going to be 18 to 20 pounds, and then the smaller bourbon reds are going to probably be 15 to 17 pounds, but I could be way off. They could be like 10 pounds.
Okay, this is like one of those fun games at the fair, guess the weight of the pig or something. Lincoln, what do you think?
For the big ones, I'm gonna say 25, and
wow.
For the small ones, I'm gonna say 15.
Okay, so Lincoln's saying 2 25ers and 2 15s.
Yeah, I think the bourbon reds are gonna be around 15 pounds, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. I'm saying the white breasts are gonna be at least 20 pounds, probably 25, because I've lifted those things up. They're hard to carry.
And now it's time for my guess. I'm going to say that the breasted whites, the white turkeys, are gonna come in between, I'm guessing 16 to 18 pounds, and the 2 bourbon red heritage turkeys are gonna come anywhere between 10 to 12 pounds. That is my guess.
I know this isn't for everybody, but it's definitely a new experience for us too. Raising them from little
Poults. That's what they're called.
Raising them from little poults all the way up to big full-grown turkeys. The other great thing I'm looking forward to with these is they've been fed organic food the whole time. So we did feed them, we did give them feed, but it was all organic, and then we of course let them kind of graze out there on our land. So it should be interesting to see. Kenya, by the way, I know we had an episode where Kenya talked about all her birds and all that, and she's doing a lot better now. So
I'd like to say that I am very thankful for our turkeys, and I am just so happy that they got to live so much of a better life than any other turkey probably would have got to live, and I'm glad that they're serving their purpose, and I'm very happy.
With that, having our own home-raised turkeys at Thanksgiving this year, it's gonna make it really special. We are keeping 2 of the turkeys, and we've decided, because we are having special guests for Thanksgiving this year, we're not gonna tell you who, but we're gonna have some special guests over for dinner. But because of that, we're doing 2 turkeys, and we're doing them each a different way, and it's gonna be a cook-off, I think, between Luke and I. I am doing the traditional roasted turkey that I do every year for Thanksgiving.
And I am going to take the best turkey on Thanksgiving award, because I'm going to smoke our turkey on the Traeger, and I'm really excited about that.
So it's gonna be roasted turkey versus smoked turkey on the Traeger to see which one wins, and we're gonna have, like, I think we're gonna have a guest judge come in. Which one do you guys think is gonna taste better?
Oven, Mom's turkey.
I'm thinking Traeger.
I love Mom's turkey that she cooks on the stove.
All right, so it's the Great Thanksgiving Cook-Off coming to you soon. The kids are in the back, they're gonna work on schoolwork, and we're gonna wait to pick up the turkeys in a few hours. We have gotten the turkey turkeys all dropped off, and they said that they should be ready around 2 o'clock this afternoon. So we are not gonna drive all the way back home because that is about an hour drive. What we've done is we've come 20 minutes east to a town called Lyman. And this is actually one of the towns that I grew up in. It's where I went to school for a while, and we actually lived here for a small amount of time as well. So we're gonna hang out in Lyman, grab something to eat, see how much the town has changed, and I might even take the kids and Luke to the house that we used to live here in Lyman. And my mom also had a business here. My mom used to own her own hair salon, and she was a cosmetologist. So we're gonna kind of travel around the town and see if we can take a trip down memory lane. All right, we are in Lyman, and this building has some history to it. My grandfather, so my dad's dad, we called him Gramps as well, and this used to be the Dairy Queen in Lyman, and I guess now it's changed, but my grandfather would take me all the time to come get onion rings and a chocolate milkshake. So I'm sad to see that it's not the Dairy Queen anymore, but they're still serving ice cream. Just even looking at the structure of the building, it's just brings back a lot of memories. And even every Sunday after church, Gramps would take the whole family up here and we would have Dairy Queen before we'd head back to the ranch in Agate. So this is the town of Lyman. They've painted the grain elevator that's here. We're actually gonna be coming down the new Main Street. So I have a story about this building right here. This is the new town hall that they built after the Lyman tornado in 1990. Lyman was hit by a huge tornado. It destroyed the entire town, and then they updated the Main Street. So this is Main Street, Lyman. Over here was the movie theater that we just drove by. And I actually, in high school, we would always meet there and go see movies. And then right across the street is the little drugstore. It's still here. It's Hoffman Drug. And if you go straight ahead, I think is the Lyman School, which is where I went to elementary school from 2nd grade all the way through middle school, and then I went to Lyman High School until my junior year. This little blue building was my mom's beauty shop that she had. It was called Lyman Family Hair Care. And where we're gonna have breakfast is actually the place where I waited tables at for a short amount of time in my high school career. So we're gonna stop and have some breakfast. But this is where I used to wait tables. Stopping by the diner, which is actually now a truck stop where I waited tables for the first time, was a lot of fun. We are going to stop by a couple more places that I remember in Lyman and then see where we go from there. Is everybody enjoying trip down memory lane?
Yes.
It was nice to see where Jill's first job was, and actually the food was pretty good. I really like truck stop diners, but I couldn't eat it every day, but every once in a while it's a nice treat for breakfast. So
now what else would you like to see?
I think we're gonna go drive by the house where Jill grew up, a few years at least of her childhood.
Yeah, it's not that I grew up there, but yeah. So to talk a little bit more about the house that Luke is talking about, I grew up on a cattle ranch in Agate, Colorado, and if you guys are wanting to know a little bit more about that, we talked about it in one of my birthday episodes, so I'll make sure and include that link down below. But along with growing up on the ranch in Agate, the next closest town was Lyman, which was about 30 miles east on I-70, and my parents also bought a house in Lyman, where we lived part of the time as well, going back and forth between the ranch, because my sister and I attended school at Lyman, so it was just closer. And like I have mentioned previously and showed you, my mom also had a beauty salon here in Lyman, so it just kind of kept us closer to things. And then my dad would go out to the ranch. So we lived at this house from about the time I was in 5th grade until I was about 8th grade in middle school. And then we moved back out to the house at the ranch full-time and lived there, and I went to high school and graduated from Deer Trail. Through the time that we did live in Lyman, one of the things that I have still some pretty big memories from is we were here when the Lyman tornado hit. So in this house that you're gonna see, at this house that you're gonna see, we were actually in the house when the tornado hit. I remember my mom, we had a pantry down in the lower level of the house, so my mom had my sister and I, and Dad even went in the pantry. It hit about 8 o'clock at night, and our roof of our house was literally lifted up and set back down. You could see how it was off an inch. You could see all the roofing nails. And this used to be an old vet clinic right here. Yep, and this used to not all be fenced off, but I would wait for the bus to go to school right over there in this big parking lot. This is actually the Lyman sale barn. And here's our house. This was our house.
Oh, fence.
Yes, we put up that fence actually. So we had a huge privacy fence, and back behind there, that was our property. So this is the back side of the house. I don't know if you guys can see it over the fence, but all the back windows were here, and in the tornado, all the windows got blown out. And after the tornado is when we put up this huge wood fence.
We are done, and here is one of the big white ones, and then here are the two
Bourbon reds,
and there's one more big white one underneath.
There's another breasted white.
And those big ones turned out to be 25 pounds each.
Yep, so
which is really nice.
White ones were 25. This one was 12, and this one was 15.
Yeah, there are lots. These are the ones that look so big. They're the big brown ones.
The big males.
It looks so big, but they're not. That's all feathers and not a lot of meat.
We are officially on the way home from picking up our turkeys, and I can say that we are very happy about how they turned out and the weights that they turned in. And we have already sold our other two, so we have had a total of 4. We're keeping 2, and then we have friends that purchased our other 2 from us. I'm really excited for Thanksgiving Day to be able to taste the meat and know how it turns out, and I am pretty positive to say that we're going to be doing this again next year. I think it's been a great learning experience for everyone all the way around, and we've got enough friends that are saying, well, we wanted one, that I think we're going to be purchasing more baby turkeys next year. Luke's going,
No, it was a good experience. The only thing I'm thinking about is now that we've got the chicken coop all set up for chickens with the small door, we're gonna have to create a separate coop kind of setup for the turkeys if we do it again next year. So just a little bit more work to do to get ready for that, but at least we have a good several months to figure it out.
Good job, guys. You guys contributed a lot to these turkeys, so great job. You should be proud of yourselves. I hope you enjoyed coming along with us today and taking a trip down memory lane with me in a town that I used to live in, and then coming along this new adventure with us for raising our own turkeys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.